What's up, Greenwood Park? My name is Dillon Porter. I'm one of the youth interns for this summer. I'm from Russellville, Kentucky, and I grew up in the Crittenden Drive Church of Christ youth group. I currently attend Brescia University, and I will be a junior this upcoming fall, and I'm studying economics and finance. So today, for my little talk, I was going to stick with the teens summer theme, and that's the theme of closer. And I've been studying that a lot lately just because of going over lessons with them. When me, Brian, and Audra came up with the theme of closer, we thought it was really ironic just because we can't actually physically be close to each other, but we thought we could use this downtime to spiritually grow our faith and to grow closer to Christ. So one of the things that I personally believe that can make you closer to God is struggles that you have. So about 6 years ago, I was 14 years old. I was diagnosed with T-cell lymphoblastic non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which, for those of you who were like me at the time and don't know what that is a type of blood cancer, and I had to go through 2 years of chemotherapy and was definitely not happy about it. I was very angry with God, and I shut down. So I'm going to read real quick Romans 5, verses 3 through 5. Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. So even though I knew this verse growing up, and I knew this verse going through chemotherapy, I was still angry, and I most definitely was not rejoicing in my suffering. And I shut down for a long time, and I didn't talk to God because of how angry I was. And even though it did take me a while to kind of let it sink in, I finally did go back to God. And I was still angry, but I at least talked to him. And even though I was angry, I just told him how I felt. He obviously knew how I felt. I didn't have to tell him, but it was still, I hadn't talked to him in a while. So God would much rather hear us complain, and he would much rather hear us lament than to never hear us again. And that's where I was struggling, is I just gave up. I didn't care anymore. I was over it, and I didn't talk to God. And when I finally went back to God, it made all the difference. So the biggest lesson that I have learned through my experience is to pray, even when it feels like no one is listening. And especially pray, even when you're angry.